I'm Bob Berkowitz. This is Real Personal. We're talking about male sexual problems and what women can do to help the men they love. Let us go back to the phone and talk to Kurt from Maryland. Hi, Kurt.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up, Kurt?
I just wanted to let you know something I've been having a problem with and didn't know who to talk to about it.
Okay.
I'm 25 years old, and when I was 19 years old, I got my high school sweetheart pregnant. And she had an abortion, and our relationship broke up.
And how is that affecting you today, Kurt?
Okay, I've been in 2 other relationships after that, and I'm in my 3rd now. And I cannot ejaculate during intercourse.
I would think that would not be uncommon, Eva. A man who's had a history like Kurt would obviously be concerned about getting another woman pregnant.
Absolutely. And I would say that, Kurt, you will find yourself in undressing the American male, although the problem may not be as simple as you think. Inhibited male orgasm, it used to be called retarded ejaculation, but we've changed the name for obvious reasons, is a fairly common problem, and it can, of course, come from the fear of making a woman pregnant. But more often than not, there are more deeply rooted fears. Fears that have to do with intimacy, fears that have to do with commitment. The other thing that can happen, that's not in this case, but that can happen, is that a man can become addicted to a very idiosyncratic form of masturbation, particularly if he's not in relationships, and therefore can have difficulty having an orgasm inside a woman. So certainly determining what the difficulty is the first step, and I would say that in your case, please seek out counseling before this becomes a habit that will be much more difficult to break.
All right, Jennifer from Pennsylvania. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I think this may be more emotional than physical. It has to do with my husband's libido being less or lower than what mine is. However, during our courtship, his was much higher. For the couple of years that we dated before we were married, I'd say toward our marriage, it definitely lowered.
Jennifer, I'm curious, why do you think that that's the case? Why do you think his libido isn't as high as yours?
Well, I think typically I'm the one who may suggest it, and we have very busy lives, but he's most often tired or it's just not the right time. Now, he's a morning person and I'm a night person, but
Right.
It just seems like typically that's it. I would be much more comfortable or looking forward to enjoying making love a couple of times a week, maybe, where he would be down to at least once or less.
Jennifer, I am so glad that you brought up this problem. My practice is in New York City, and loss of desire or lowering of desire is one of the major problems that people are coming into my office for today.
Why do you think that is, Eva?
For a lot of reasons. In Jennifer's case, it could very well be that her partner has some issues with intimacy, and a woman will be able to determine whether in fact she's with a man who has an intimacy problem or a sexual problem. Some men have a lot of desire before they're married. Then suddenly they become married and they find that the whole issue of getting too close is very, very threatening to them, and so they pull back. But there are a lot of reasons that a man can lose desire, and understanding the reason is the first step. A man can lose desire if he's angry at his partner. So, for example, one of my patients was furious at his partner for having a 4th child after she promised that she would use her diaphragm and didn't, and he lost desire for her for 2 years. Another cause of loss of desire can be a woman who's not interested in sex. Very often what happens is that as women get older, their sexual self-esteem diminishes. They don't feel as sexy. And a lot of men who come into my office say, you know, it has nothing to do with the wrinkles, it has nothing to do with the 10 extra pounds, but she just isn't as into it, and as a result, I've lost desire. And something that's very important to understand about men's sexual problems is that when a man has a problem, he is likely to have that problem regardless of the partner that he's with. So if he has premature ejaculation, a problem with erections, a problem with desire, a problem with orgasms.
It may not be personal.
It isn't personal
Okay.
95% of the time.